Hey there friendos, what's up? Welcome back to the channel. It's your boy Matt. We are back again with some more Marvel Future Fight, and just wanted to say, just a quick reminder before we get into today's video, Event Quest, only 17 hours left as of the time of recording. By the time I put this up it will be a lot less, so you've just got until today's reset, so make sure to spend those tokens. And yeah, after this absolutely banging update that Marvel Future Fight just dropped on us with the old awesome Storm uniform, which completely everyone loved, right? Yeah, exactly, Skeletor. No, everyone hated. I thought, you know what, we could rag on it, but I've already said my piece, so let's just move ahead and let's look at, instead of what we did get, which was a complete misdirection after having had a blast, combat and universal, we got Storm. So let's look at what we should have got and what potentially, hopefully, we'll be getting next, which is a speed tier 4. So whilst I have most of the characters who are available in the speed class at either tier 3 or Transcender, there are a couple of characters missing. You can see Daredevil is ready to go. Haven't quite done him yet though. I'm waiting until I've replenished my other books first, because I just did Blue Marvel and I still need to get a few more combat books. Obviously a couple of characters I don't have, like Yelena and Electro, but I thought it'd be interesting to have a look through and see who could potentially be the next speed character, or the first speed character to get the tier 4. Oh, of course I can't just scroll through speed types, that would be too easy, wouldn't it? Which is a shame. Now, Deadpool did recently get a uniform, so you could say, oh wow, April Fools, he's not going to get one. But bearing in mind, that was a paywall uniform. The actual last one that was a normal uniform was quite a while ago with the 30th anniversary. So it could be that he is due for one. However, speed types have had quite a good run of late, and there's been quite a few uniforms. We can see the likes of Hawkeye, obviously, both Hawkeye and Kate Bishop got theirs. Spider-Man got his amazing one, and then on top of that, Makari hasn't been around for too long really. Obviously Black Widow, she got her latest uniform when tier 4s first came to the game only a couple of months ago with the Golden Gate uniform. Sadly it wasn't a most amazing uniform, according to Nat, who is the authority on her, so I decided not to buy it. And obviously Wong just had his uniform with Doctor Strange 2. So I thought, let's play the odds. Let's have a look. Elektra again, obviously another one. And today just so happens to be Mephisto. So I thought, well, we can go in and have a look. Unfortunately, we can't go very high. I'm only up to stage 28. But because of the requirements, the only stage I can do with speed, or the highest stage I can do with speed characters, that allows me to use all of them, is stage 14. We don't have any super villain speed types, unfortunately. I don't have Electro on this account, that was on my free to play. I ended up going with Namor as my premium character on this one, which is looking like a good idea now, having seen the Black Panther 2 trailer. I don't know if you guys have, I presume everyone has seen it by now because it's absolutely amazing. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below, because I certainly can't wait for it. It looks absolutely incredible. Now Elsa, I gotta be honest, I really worry about Elsa because I fear that they are going to do a paywall Halloween uniform for her. I think so many people have talked about it for so long now, it's kind of manifested itself and it's going to become a reality. I mean, I hope I'm wrong, and touch wood, I am wrong, but I just fear that that's going to happen. Daredevil, I can see getting a uniform for the She-Hulk show. Possibly we'll get a tier 4 then, but that's going to be a couple of months away. So I thought, let's go through a top 5 characters. Actually, let's give Valkyrie as a support. So we're given the same leadership for everyone, that flat 50%. The same strikers, and Valkyrie, who will provide equal support to everyone, rather than White Fox, who can obviously give extra buffs with leadership and no buffs at all. So we'll just make it fair and we'll see who needs it. Now you could say AntMan probably not going to get anything, until Quantumania comes out, which is probably a safe bet actually. But certainly out of all the speed types, could probably do with it the most because, well, let's be honest, it was a bit of fun when his tier 3 came out and this uniform and the train and everything, and everyone had a good bit of fun with it. Well, I know Alex managed to find some PvP utility with him, very, very limited, but some. But as you can see, he is trash. And we almost died there. He's got no healing. He's got really bad skills. That 4th skill takes way too long and you can't do much with him. All his damage is on the 5th. It's not even really on the tier 3. And there you go. 52 seconds and he's dead. No healing. And that's his most recent uniform. So I think it'll probably be a question of waiting for his film to come out for him to get a tier 4. So if we get a tier 4 speed type before then, I don't think it's going to be him, which is why he is at number 5 on the list. Number 4, and this is hoping that it's going to be mutant, so even though he's not technically classed as such in this game, unfortunately, because as we all know, reasons, as of the state of the Marvel Fox MCU whole deal at the time when Marvel Future Fight first came to market, and that's Quicksilver. Now Quicksilver has received a few uniforms. Unfortunately they've only ever made him incrementally better each time, so there's never really been anything that stand out, oh my god, has to get him, which I suppose in a way is good because it means that his base kit was pretty good. I mean, he's got the damage, he's got the healing, but we've seen him amped up to like 200% in Makari, basically, which is where he should be now, and he's not. Even with his summer uniform, which you can get at the moment. Obviously, it is for sale for these 2 weeks, so I don't think it's worth buying that uniform because I do think he's due for another uniform in the very near future. And I do hope that they do give us a proper mutant update, which is why my hopes are kind of pinned on either him or the other speed mutant, who we shall get to later. But you can see there, just over a minute. So he does have a lot more utility than AntMan with the heal and with the skills, and obviously with the rage he would be even better. I just gave him a damage proc because I haven't really used him for top tier content in a very long time. But that's number 4. So number 3 is Deadpool. Now, like I say, Deadpool did only recently in April get a uniform, but because that was a strictly paywall uniform and his last uniform was a while before, and we all know that when it comes to bankability and certainly for sales, the 2 most popular characters in Marvel, I would say, have always been really Deadpool and Spidey, certainly the last 20 years. And I'm not just talking about the films, but just in general in the medium. So we all know that they can always bank on selling a lot of uniforms if either of those characters gets one. But we can see here, and again, I know a lot of people don't like the suit uniform, the 30th anniversary one, because it's a suit. They don't like the new April Fools because he's in shorts, and even more people don't like this particular uniform because, as well as it being a Christmas one, it's also makes Deadpool a lady Deadpool. And you know, some people have particular hang-ups about these kind of things, but as long as they keep it to themselves, then that's fine by me. Let them be sad and angry in their little rooms by themselves. But yeah, we can see definitely damage has fallen off. Unfortunately, all defense decrease just doesn't mean anything anymore. It did for World Boss Ultimate, but it doesn't for World Boss Legends. So it could really do with a decent rework. And I think level 80, it would be a big sales point if they made the focus of whichever update is coming next. If they make the focus of that the speed tier 4, I think Deadpool is a good route to go down. We could see awakenings for Domino and Phantom X as well. That would be nice. Maybe something for Strife finally. That would be nice as well. But anyway, that's number 3. My number 2 pick is a rogue. And this is the one that I actually thought it was going to be. I did feel, I remember saying, I think in one of Cynic Alex's live streams, I said I had a thought before we found out that it was Storm and Iceman. I had money on their new uniforms being a rogue tier 4 and a paywall uni and Nightcrawler. The Nightcrawler was a bit of a joke because, well, let's face it, Nightcrawler is a joke. Sorry, Kurt, but it's true in this game. But yeah, we all know Rogue is great. She's fantastic with a judgment. She's not really very useful without a judgment, unfortunately. They've kind of really built her specifically for that and for that only. So to see her get a new uniform, it's not necessary because this one still does the work. But it would be nice just to see a new uniform. And you can see there, she's the fastest clear so far, so she probably needs it the least out of all characters. But pushing her to level 80 would certainly be nice to see. And now we get to the number 1 pick. And this is the pick that I believe, it's not my number 1, but it's certainly the most likely, knowing Marvel Future Fight devs and knowing that the way that they like to market this game. And they love their OC. And Luna Snow is probably due for another uniform, just by the way that they release them and how often they do, given how long she's been in the game. I think she is due for another update soon. She's not likely to be introduced into the MCU, so they have to make special, updates based around her and the other new characters when it is a quiet month. And as much as I would like the next update to be a full mutant update, I just can't see it if they've just done one for the summer one. So it's very likely, very, very likely, I think, that the first tier 4, and you can see there, she's obviously miles away, far and ahead, better than anyone else, I think is going to be Luna. Now, there are a few characters who aren't on that list. Makari, I think, is way too strong. And even though her uniform is a little old now, I still think she is too new to the game for her to be getting the tier 4. I'd like to see Spider-Gwen get something. I really would, because it'd be nice to see her turn back into a hero character. Even though she's had this uniform since Null came around, so almost about a year and a half now, 2 years, something like that. And again, same with Miles Morales. I'd like to see him, but again, it's the same thing as with AntMan. I think both of those will only see a uniform when the next Spider film, Across the Spider-Verse, comes out. I don't think we'll be getting anything before then, unfortunately. In terms of other characters, obviously, we all know how I feel about Norman. I'd love to have seen him get a tier 3, but I can't see them going straight to tier 4 with him. And that pretty much is everyone. So, yeah. I think that there's not many choices left based on who's already recently received an update. Maybe Daredevil, if they wait a couple of months and do something for the She-Hulk. But apart from that, yeah, I can't see any other picks out of those that I've done. But anyway, that's just my theory. That's just a game. It's not a game theory, it's my theory. But there we go. That's what I think. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Who you would like to see as the first speed type, or maybe a brand new character that we don't have in the game. Let me know what you think in the comments below. And until then, take care, and I'll catch you guys in the next video. Bye for now.